Wrestling is coming back to the Kino. Raven Creed gets to fight Valkyrie. Valkyrie thinks that she got me all figured out. She thinks that she knows me. She thinks she knows Raven Creed, but you don't know me. But if you want to think I'm crazy, Valkyrie, feel free, be my guest. In fact, if you want, I'll be the Mad Hatter, and you can even be Alice on a trip to my world. But when we fight Valkyrie, I need to let you know that it's gonna be anything but Wonderland. Valkyrie, it's all fun and games! Until somebody falls.
Keane, this is set to be a barn burner.
This is the match that I was most looking forward to all night.
Making their way to the ring first.
Talents this country has. This is a woman who 3 weeks from now could be the Irish Junior Heavyweight Champion.
The first ever female Irish Junior Heavyweight Champion.
A title held currently by Jordan Devlin, but also held by like LJ Cleary, Sammy D. That title elevates people's careers. This is the caliber of athlete that Valkyrie is. And she's here to prove herself tonight in Phoenix Wrestling against none other than Raven Creed.
Yeah, here's a young lady who a couple of months ago was wrestling at the National Stadium in front of 2,500 people for the OTT Women's Championship against Sammy Jane.
Not only did she wrestle there, but she looked like she belonged, and that's the key.
But is there a tougher opponent in Irish women's wrestling than this young lady?
To Valkyrie, for Valkyrie than Raven Creed. This is, I would say, Cork's best homegrown wrestler. If Phoenix Wrestling, when Phoenix Wrestling bring in their first title, I would not be surprised, a single title that is, I would not be surprised if Raven Creed was to become the champion, not women's champion, champion.
All right, Keane, give it a rest for a minute and listen to what I have to say. Here is my favourite, maybe not just female wrestler, but my favourite wrestler in Ireland at the moment. I've watched this young lady from match one work her way up, pull her way up, fight her way up to be what I consider the best women's wrestler on this island at the moment. And you know what else? She doesn't care about these people. All she cares about is getting the job done. And I predict, and I'm always right, she's walking out of here as not only just the winner, but the first ever winner of a women's match in Phoenix Wrestling.
One aspect that Raven Creed brings is her mind games. She gets into the head of her opponents and she does it really well. Does Valkyrie, we know she has a talent, but does Valkyrie have the mental strength to look past those mind games and get the win? I don't know.
Well, we're going to find out.
Valkyrie getting the upper hand at the start.
No doubt about it, Valkyrie's a hugely talented young lady. hugely talented wrestler, as you said, possibly the first ever female Irish junior heavyweight champion in a couple of weeks, wrestled in the National Stadium, the Tivoli, she's wrestled the Tippy Top. And these two ladies just seem to constantly meet head to head, battling out to prove who's the best prospect in Irish women's wrestling.
It's inevitable. The two best wrestlers are going to cross paths at some point. Valkyrie has been lighting Dublin on fire with some of her performances.
And so is Raven Creed.
And so is Raven Creed, especially down here in Cork as well.
And in Dublin.
And in Dublin.
Everywhere.
So inevitably they're going to cross paths, and it leads to some great matches.
Well, what seems to be the case from these two from day one. These two, from maybe match one in their careers, have been battling it out against each other because both of them have been considered the future of Irish women's wrestling. So they both have a huge point to prove every time. There's 2 count. They both have a huge point to prove against each other, not just in general.
And that's really what this match is about. There's so much pride going into this. It's who is the best out of these two.
Of course there is. Cork might not have the respect for Raven Creed that they should have, but she still wants to prove a point that she's on her home turf and she wants to beat Valkyrie. Very, very, very even.
It is. It's 50-50 starting out.
There's my girl.
Raven taunting again. Another example of her getting into the head of Valkyrie. But is it working?
There's nothing between these two, talent-wise. Agreed?
No, I agree.
Of course you agree, I'm always right. There's nothing between the two of them, so it's all going to come down to who wants it more, who has the attitude to win, and who's willing to do whatever it takes to get the win.
For Raven, it's making a name for herself on her home, in her home essentially. You know what I mean? This is Cork City.
Oh.
But then for Valkyrie, she wants to make a splash outside of Dublin, outside of Leinster.
Great drop kick there, taking Raven Creed to the outside. Raven's gathering herself, getting up.
What's Valkyrie going for here? Lovely baseball slide to the outside.
Huge drop kick.
Valkyrie waits for her to get up.
Oh, she got caught.
Raven catches her. Oh, straight into the turnbuckle.
That's what I'm talking about. Who's willing to do what it takes to win? They both end up in amongst these troglodytes, these Cork langers. But Raven turns it around, uses it to her advantage, slams Valkyrie into the post. These idiots think for a second that this booing is affecting Raven Creed.
Oh, Raven's used to it. Like, Raven, we've seen Raven anytime she wrestles anywhere. She doesn't care. She'll get into the crowd.
She feeds off it. Valkyrie felt that one. Unfortunately, Raven actually leaving these idiots getting to her head. Stay on top of Valkyrie, because Valkyrie will punish you if you don't stay on her.
Oh, Valkyrie turning the tables here with her own chops.
There you go. Raven actually, I didn't think she would, but the fans got in her mind. I told you, Valkyrie will punish you. She's on top now.
Again, it's just so 50-50. It's so back and forth. I would not like to be a betting man when it comes to this match.
Are you old enough to bet? Are you allowed into a bookies?
I am, actually. I'm 19 years of age.
Bollocks. Anyway, nothing between the two. On both caught with the same crossbody, both of the same idea. Oh, here we go. This is what we want. It's breaking down in the Kino. Phoenix Wrestling. Here we go. In a brawl, I wouldn't have expected Valkyrie to get. Oh, I was just about to say I wouldn't have expected Valkyrie to get the upper hand. There's nothing separating these women.
You think one woman's after getting the upper hand, and all of a sudden they've just completely switched it around.
There you go.
What a suplex by Raven Creed.
There you go. That's what it's going to take. Just grab the bull by the horns, metaphorically, of course, and just pull out a move like that. Did you see Valkyrie's body fold up like an accordion as she hit the mat.
Human bodies were not designed to do that. That will do some serious damage. And they're back to exchanging strikes.
Make no bones, there's no love lost between the two of these. There's a disdain.
These two hate each other. And again, that's what makes the best matches, when two opponents despise each other.
There's a professional rivalry there, of course, as I said before, because both want to be considered the top prospect in Irish wrestling for the last couple of years. But there's a genuine hatred between these two women.
They are polar opposites, just in personalities as well.
She caught Raven Creed there in the stomach.
DDT there by Valkyrie.
Raven's neck. Could be it.
No, it'll take more than that to put away Raven Creed, in Cork especially.
Valkyrie got all that DDT as well. Raven showing some really. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
small package.
package.
That's it. It's all over. Two. Oh, look at that.
Oh, what a...
But now cover. She did. See, there's where Valkyrie has the smart. She pulls off a flashy move like that. She hits it, but she goes for the cover.
The cover, you know, it might not get the 3 count, but with each kick out, it wears down the opponent.
Keane, you heard me saying that earlier on, but at least at least I know you can learn. Well done. Maybe you're not as big an idiot as all these people are. Stay under this learning tree, kid. That's the close-in.
Oh, knee to the face.
That's it.
But Raven Creed.
She's out.
1,
She's out.
2. No, Raven kicks out. Valkyrie kicks out, excuse me.
Gotta be honest, huge respect for Valkyrie for kicking out there. She just got caught square in the face with a knee.
That was 100% on the spot like that.
I have to believe if it's anyone else she's not kicking out, it's because it's Raven Creed. It's because she hates her so much that she's not going to allow herself to be pinned.
It fuels your anger, but what's Raven going for here?
What's she doing? Oh, she read it well. She's put on her knee.
She seems to have hurt her knee.
Oh, that. Oh! Goes for the well once too often. She got caught with the backcracker.
And that's it.
Backstabber there from Raven Creed. It's all over.
It just goes to show. It just goes, all it takes is one move out of nowhere to get the win.
I have to be honest with you, Keane. I think Valkyrie went to the well once too often with that handspring into the ropes and the back elbow. Raven Creed saw it coming.
Eventually you're going to read it. If you do it over and over again, your opponent's going to read it, and that's what happened.
Look, I told you there was nothing to separate these two women. It was going to take a mistake or just something that little bit extra to do it. And to be honest with you, Valkyrie beat herself there. It was a mistake. I'll go back to the start of this match. I told you Raven was going to win. Told you my girl was going to win. But huge respect for Valkyrie. She will be back in Phoenix Wrestling.
Oh, without a doubt. You know, make no mistake about it, she lost Raven Creed, but it's Raven Creed. Most of the people we saw wrestle tonight would lose to Raven Creed.